Let me guess, you were scrolling on Instagram and came across a Greek god-looking dude with a chiseled six-pack, and now you want the same? But the issue is, all your fat ass knows how to do is munch on some chips all day, and when you stand up and look down, you can't even see your sausage because of your gigantic belly. So how the hell are you gonna get a six-pack? Well, don't worry, because getting a six-pack is kinda simple. So put down the chips and listen the heck up, because the whole process can be broken down in two different steps: calories and exercise. Starting off with the thing that contributes the most, that is calories. The simple concept is that every individual has a certain threshold or balance point of number of calories for maintaining their weight. If one consumes calories more than their maintenance, they'll gain weight, and vice versa. If you consume less than your maintenance, you'll lose weight, which is ideally what we want. But hold on a second. What the heck are calories? Well, every food item that you consume has calories. Juice, fruits, veggies, fast food, they all have calories. Now, depending on the nutritional content of the food item in question, the number of calories can vary. For example, 100 grams of chicken breast has 165 calories. But the same 100 grams of grapes has only 67 calories. Same weight, different number. You can always find out the number of calories of any food through Google or at the back of the box. Or if you're feeling even more lazy, you can use apps like MyFitnessPal, which basically has the calories of many food items. So the game plan here is to, first of all, find your maintenance calories through any online calorie maintenance calculator by plugging in your weight, age, and height. Then adjust your diet so that you are always eating and consuming calories that at the end of the day leave you in a caloric deficit, which is just a fancy way of saying eat less than usual. A good number to aim for is anywhere between a 200 to 500 calorie deficit, so that number one, you actually lose weight, and number two, you don't go apeshit crazy while trying to lose that weight. If you go beyond this margin, you'll eventually get too hungry and cheat on your diet and be taken back to step zero. If you just continue to remain in a deficit for a long enough time, you'll eventually notice that the thick fat layer on your stomach starts to fade, and maybe even a bit of abs will start popping out. And that's where the next part of this plan comes in: exercise. If you combine ab exercises with your diet, you're more likely to see them appear a bit faster. But the thing is, this should be secondary, because no matter how many ab exercises you do, there's no chance of them appearing until the fat layer on top is reduced. Make sense so far? Okay, so there are mainly two exercises that you need to do: sit-ups or crunches to help target your upper abs, and lying leg raises to target the lower abs. Choose a good rep range and number of sets and try to do them twice per week. But the more you do these exercises, the easier they might get. That's where variations are important. You can make your crunches harder by adding a weight on top, and you can make your leg raises harder by hanging on a bar and even holding onto something like a dumbbell with your legs. And if you keep doing these for long enough time with a good diet, you'll also get those chiseled abs. Now, I want to point out that while you're exercising, it's important for you to not neglect your other body parts and muscles as well. Because although by following everything I just laid out, you will get a six-pack, you might also just get too skinny, kind of like Christian Bale in The Machinist, which you probably don't want. The best way to avoid that is to properly exercise your other muscles as well and try to pack on as much muscle in the process. But all in all, that's pretty much how you get abs like that Greek god you saw on Instagram. Like I said, kind of simple.